Wow. Okay. Can we all agree best episode ever? Hey everybody, this is David, and today I'm going to be talking about The Flash Season 2, Episode 13. Welcome to Earth-2. And I'm not even gonna hide it. This was the best episode so far this season. I am amazed at how much fun this was beginning to end. Let's get through everything that happened in this episode. So first, in the beginning, we have, Wells, Cisco, and Barry are going to Earth-2 to save Jessie, Harry Wells' daughter. And what are they going to encounter? And straight off the bat, as they go through that portal, we see some Easter eggs that are very surprising to us. One that is clearly Supergirl. If you didn't catch that one, you are blind. That one was right there, nice and clear. And obviously setting up for the upcoming crossover that's going to be happening. And we also, what looks like, in my opinion, and someone else on Twitter I noticed also said the same thing, what looked like the 90s Flash, John Wesley Shipp's Flash. So I don't know if that's what it was, but it was around that same time when Supergirl, I think it came a little bit before Supergirl's image. It looked like the 90s Flash. So if anybody wants to confirm that, let me know. I also saw an Archer there, but he looked like he was dressed in black. I couldn't tell. It went too quickly for me to know if it was Oliver or if it was someone else. I don't know, but everything that I saw through that portal looked really cool. Especially those two specifically stood out to me the most. And it does make me wonder, will we get to see that 90s Flash crossed over, with the new Flash? That would be pretty sweet, man. I'm just saying, I would love to see something like that. Especially since we know we're getting Supergirl. We know something like that is now possible, that crossing into other TV shows is possible. So once they go through the portal, we get to see Killer Frost and Deathstorm. Oh my god. So yeah, we get to see Ronnie and Caitlin, their evil doppelgangers. We kind of knew that was coming because the trailers kind of spoiled that. But don't worry, because the trailers didn't spoil everything, because we also get to see Deadshot, Floyd Lawton, who died in Arrow Season 3, supposedly. And we get to see him here in Earth-2. He's still alive, but he's not a bad guy. In this Earth, he's a good guy. Not only that, but we get to see Iris and Barry's doppelganger, who are now married on this Earth. Joe of Earth-2 has issues with Barry and are not on good terms. And yeah, all of this is just in the first maybe 20 minutes of the episode. And I'm just like, wow, they are throwing everything at us. This is a nice, steady pace. It didn't even feel like 20 minutes. I was like, this is 20 minutes already, and we already got all of this? Like, this is really cool. But not only that, but on Earth-1, we got a little bit of trouble going on. Jay and Caitlin and Joe have to take care of this villain who just arrives out of nowhere called the Geomancer. The Geomancer on Earth-1 is... Jay mentions that he was also on Earth-2, but he was killed on Earth-2. He died somehow. But on Earth-1 now, he's here as a villain as well. And yeah, Joe and Jay and Caitlin have to take this guy down. And how? Well, Jay decides to take Velocity 7, which I guess is a new serum that Caitlin helped Jay make, because apparently Velocity 6 was killing Jay slowly. So Jay had to stop. That's why he didn't want to take Velocity 6. So they made Velocity 7, I guess, to help Jay a little bit. But it doesn't help too much, but it helps enough just to get rid of this villain for now. Most of the excitement happening, though, is on Earth-2. And what's going on there? After Joe is killed, Joe from Earth-2 is killed. Don't worry, everybody. Joe on Earth-1 is thankfully still alive. But Earth-2, Joe is killed. And there's a lot of great... there was a great scene where Barry goes to his and Iris's house, the Earth-2, him and Iris, and he finds out from Iris that his mother called. And so when he realizes his mother's alive, he calls her up. And I'm telling you now, Grant Gustin, man, you are an incredible actor, because I started tearing up as soon as I saw you starting to tear up, because I felt like I connected to you, man. It's like I know what you're feeling, because now you get to talk to your mother again. But even though this mother doesn't realize that you are a Barry that lost your mother, and you just feel that connection and that pain. And bravo, man, you terrific actor. I also have to mention, I thought it was funny that the phones on Earth-2 are like those old school, like early 90s, late 80s telephones, where, well, the good thing is it's speed dial, but it's like so ghetto. Like, what was up with those phones? That kind of made me chuckle a little bit, because I thought, come on, really? And they're wireless too? Oh my god. Not only do we get evil Caitlyn and evil Ronnie, but we also get evil Cisco. What? And this Cisco is a badass. And he shows our Cisco from Earth-1, that, hey, look, I got powers that you haven't even fully discovered yet. And Cisco is like, can you teach me? I like that he makes even the Darth Vader reference. Like, are you luring me to the dark side? Like, what's going on, man? Great stuff there. And then obviously it ends with Zoom killing almost all of them. He leaves Killer Frost alive. And he says, look, I think one of you need to be alive in order to remember who you follow. And holy cow, so he kidnaps Barry after Barry's like beaten, almost burned alive, thanks to a firestorm, death storm, whatever his name is. And he captures Barry, puts him in a prison that looks like maybe what looked like could have been Diggle of Earth-2 could be captured. We did hear that David Ramsey, who plays Diggle, is going to guest star on an episode of The Flash, and I have a feeling it will be the next episode. I still have a feeling we're going to see Robert Queen as Green Arrow of Earth-2. They made a reference sort of to it earlier on in the season. There was that news report on Earth-2 that talked about how Robert Queen was the one who got off the island and Oliver was the one that died. So it makes me wonder if we are going to see next week. I thought we were going to see it in this episode, but I think they're going to save it for next week. We're going to see Robert Queen as the Green Arrow of Earth-2, and that he's going to try to help them escape from Zoom and all of that. I'm very excited to see how this is all going to play out. I think this episode definitely has been the most fun I've had. There were some really good episodes this season, but this is the best episode this season. Best of the overall series? I wouldn't say so. I think there's a lot of other episodes from season 1 that I put a little bit more over this, but this is definitely up there, like maybe in the top 10 of all time episodes. So yeah, I mean, guys, this was amazing. I should also mention that I have a feeling Zoom is going to be Barry's dad of Earth-2, because I know this was a theory going around a long time ago because there were like picture comparisons, but I think more than ever now that it is, because thinking back in the beginning of the episode, we saw the Barry of Earth-2 captured by Barry, Cisco, and Harry Wells, right? And so for sure they have him locked up in a closet. I hope they show that he's all right still, Barry of Earth-2, because they captured him, took his clothes, so he's probably naked in a closet somewhere in Star Labs. So hopefully they remember him and let him loose. But that's what gets me thinking about more that it might be Henry, Barry's father of Earth-2, because we haven't seen him or heard about him yet in this episode, and that's what's getting me to think that it might be him even more. So I'm very curious what you guys think. Who do you think Zoom is? Does this make you think the same? Do you guys have the similar opinion as me right now? This was a really great episode, guys. I'm going to end this here. I'm giving this episode a 10 out of 10. There's been a few episodes in the past where I've given 10 out of 10s to, And this one, it was a great episode all the way through, man. I wasn't disappointed once. Maybe like little nitpicks like the phone thing. I thought it was also funny when Cisco and Barry were like taking selfies together on Earth-2. That was funny. I mean, this episode was great. It had a lot of great dramatic moments and a lot of great comedic moments. And man, I can't wait for next week. Next week, I guarantee you it's going to be freaking awesome. I hope you guys tune back into my review next week, because as you can see from my excitement, I love tonight. Tonight put a huge smile on my face, and I was right. After the Christmas break, things were gonna start picking up, and it looks like it just blew the doors open with this one. It's like, here, you guys been waiting for it. You've been waiting patiently. Here it is, and now we're getting it. So until next time, guys, take care.